From ancient civilizations to medieval kingdoms to our own modern society, conspiracy theories abound about those in control keeping powerful secrets from the people, from all of us. And while the allegations may vary, the overarching questions remain the same. What are they hiding? Why are they hiding it? And where is it hidden?
Secret government warehouses. Where are they? And what secrets do they hold?
You can't apply federal laws to a non-existent place.
Tonight, an investigation to find out.
How do people get in here?
We'll travel the world looking for answers. From powerful Washington insiders.
Could there be military bases we don't know about?
At an abandoned military base in Montauk, New York, with investigator Richard Dolan.
We're starting to see the disturbances already.
In the skies above the legendary Area 51 in Nevada, with researcher Glenn Campbell.
Helicopter 9660, Hotel, you familiar with that restricted airspace 3 miles to your west?
All the way across the ocean to perhaps the biggest repository of history on Earth, the Vatican.
Can we go into the actual archive now?
Our investigation will reveal shocking revelations about secret government experiments on U.S. citizens.
We were making human guinea pigs out of civilians.
Cover-ups about the existence of UFOs.
I couldn't tell them what I was done because it was top secret.
Potential evidence from a secret base that may provide proof the government has been hiding the truth about extraterrestrial life for decades.
It's certainly not human.
It's so unusual. It's like nothing I've ever seen before.
We'll speak to informants who divulge details about what's hidden and where.
There's thousands and thousands of underground tunnels.
And for the first time on network TV, bring you footage purportedly smuggled out of Area 51 of an extraterrestrial. Travel with us on a global expedition to find the truth about secret government warehouses.
Welcome to Warehouse 13.
The secret government warehouse. It's a concept portrayed in pop culture that has intrigued audiences around the world for generations.
What is this place?
Officially, K39ZZZ on the North American grid. But I like to think of it as America's attic.
In the sci-fi series Warehouse 13, 2 Secret Service agents are sent to a classified location in the middle of the desert. There, they are told they must protect a mysterious government facility full of historical artifacts that have potentially catastrophic paranormal powers.
What you're supposed to do is hunt down whatever is threatening to ruin the world's day and neutralize it and bring it here. You're gonna snag it and bag it and tag it.
It may seem like a far-fetched idea, but we know there are locations around the world where governments are hiding things. On military bases, in government archives, in underground bunkers. Many of them pertain to national security. But are there other deep secrets inside these restricted areas?
What are they doing in Fort Knox or in Area 51? What are they doing in the Vatican that I can't go in and see? The mere fact of refusing to let people in makes the people on the outside question why are they being shut out and what is actually happening in that secret area or secret meeting.
Are there facilities we don't even know about, hiding things we should know about? Some say yes.
I believe that there are large numbers of underground facilities throughout this world, a large number of Warehouse 13 type facilities. Everything's in its little compartment, buried away very, very secretly, whether it deals with mind control or UFOs or maybe secret biological weapons or what have you. Secrecy is the norm, not the exception.
To answer these questions, we began our investigation in Washington, D.C. We've come to talk with John Podesta, former chief of staff to President Clinton and a longtime advocate for government transparency, to get an inside perspective on just how extensive government secrecy may be. has the government, in your knowledge, ever gone too far in keeping something secret?
I mean, of course the government can go too far and keep it secret, and those habits kind of die hard. We just need to be observant to ensure that the public gets the maximum information that we can provide it.
Is there a sense sometimes that the American public can't handle this information?
People who are classifying information think the American public can't really handle it or don't need to know it. But I think over the long term, that's really dangerous. I think the American public can handle the truth.
But how much don't we know as a society?
There are sensitive operations that are kept secret that is critical to the success of those operations. But having said that, there's a lot that's swept into that zone, which for reasons that really are not about security, but could be done because if the public knew, they wouldn't want it being done in their name.
One of the biggest sources of speculation is the existence of still classified UFO files. Why has the U.S. not been more forthcoming, opened up more information about UFO sightings, either proving or disproving?
I think that's a question that I ask myself. I mean, is there something really in there that the American people couldn't really be made available to? Maybe, maybe it'll seem whatever the government was doing at the time might seem a little silly in retrospect, but so what? I mean, I think the public has a right to know that.
While the U.S. government still keeps UFO documents stashed away at a government facility somewhere, other countries are finally coming clean. In 2008, the UK declassified its UFO records. And for the first time, witnesses, including members of the U.S. military, have been able to publicly come forward with their stories.
I couldn't tell them what I had done because it was top secret.
Milton Torres is a retired U.S. fighter pilot. In 1957, while stationed in the UK, a strange assignment came over his radio.
They had informed me that this was going to be an active firing mission. Then they said, this is an unidentified flying object. We want you to shoot this thing down.
When Torres reached the designated coordinates, a giant object appeared on his radar screen.
It was doing maneuvers that I couldn't follow. It would stop and then take off. Right angles. I got in, within 20 seconds to go, when all of a sudden it just disappeared. I mean, it took off something like 10 times the speed of sound. This is faster than anything we have on the drawing board. I was afraid for my life.
Torres returned to base and was ordered to never reveal what he saw in the air.
They said that this mission has been declared top secret. You're not to discuss this with anyone, not your wife, not your commander, not anyone. If you violate top secret instructions, you can go to jail.
To this day, Torres does not know what it was he saw on his radar screen, but he has his suspicions.
I don't think we're alone. And whoever built that machine knew a hell of a lot more than I did.
Could stories like Torres's still be under lock and key within the U.S. government's UFO files? Even some politicians believe the answer is yes. Former Arizona Governor Fife Symington, who witnessed the unexplained Phoenix lights, believes it was a UFO and that it was covered up by the U.S. government.
I witnessed a massive delta-shaped craft that silently navigated over North Phoenix. We want the United States government to stop perpetuating the myth that all UFOs can be explained away in down-to-earth and conventional terms.
And Ohio Congressman Dennis Kucinich says he witnessed a UFO as well.
Congressman Kucinich, did you see a UFO?
I did. It was unidentified flying object, okay? It's unidentified. I saw something.
Does the government know something about alien technology that it isn't telling us?
I am convinced that our government has physical evidence, has answers, has information pertaining to the actual existence of UFOs.
Many believe if there is evidence of UFOs, it is held deep underground here at the remote Air Force Base in Nevada, commonly known as Area 51. The heavily guarded base is so shrouded in security and mystery, it wasn't even acknowledged by the government until 1994. Even today, it is hard to sort out who officially oversees it. We filed a written request for access, but weeks went by with no reply, so we decided to call.
We put in an official request to film at the government facility at Groom Lake, also known as Area 51. I do think that there is some merit to be able to get onto a base such as yours and see what actually is there and what kind of programs taxpayer dollars are paying for. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. You said that you would be willing to look at our request.
While we wait for a reply, we focus on another location steeped in lore. Camp Hero State Park in Montauk, New York. Author and investigator Richard Dolan heads there to look into claims of covert mind control, time travel, and teleportation experiments conducted by the government in underground facilities.
I want to find some kind of evidence to show that there may have been substantial underground activity around here. If we get that, maybe we can have another jumping off point for a further investigation.
From 1942 to 1982, Camp Hero was a military base where servicemen were often on the lookout for enemy planes or submarines. But according to Stuart Swerdlow, the base also had a darker side. He claims that from 1970 to 1983, the government experimented on him at Camp Hero as part of a program he calls the Montauk Project.